Greetings, greetings, all divine beings. It is Witchy Poo coming back to you with another video. And if you are feeling kind, please subscribe. Finally, I am ready to bust out and down Miss Karen Payne at this time. Thank you for being a part of the tribe. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. If you're new here, welcome. And if you are new here, this is kind of what I do as far as I have to feel the vibe to get this done. So I do apologize for keeping you guys waiting, but if I'm not feeling it, and I kind of just got to wait until I am, but know that it is coming if it's scheduled. So I have Miss Karen Payne, and we're going to get into her today, and Nick also, and our sign, I think it's Taurus, as long as the Friday night as well. So we're going to be busy today. Now, the Empress and Temperance have popped out. Thank you to the viewer, let me go get them now, who told us Miss Karen Payne's her zodiac sign, because we were unsure. So let me go shout you out very quickly. Just because I want to give proper respects. You guys are participating. The Downtown Doll. Thank you, darling. We are here because of you giving us the sign for Miss Karen Payne. That is correct. So again, thank you, Downtown Doll. Before we get started, like I said, these two have popped out, and it's for a reason. We have Empress and Temperance, okay? The fact that this woman is very much so a nurturer, she's done everything in her power to be, I guess, a good mom, we shall say, that definitely comes through immediately. She definitely pursued, pressed, encouraged the art when it came to Liam. She was in harmony with him just as far as the mother and son relationship. But what really just pops out is her as a nurturer. Very, very nurturing. She is here. And the fact that we got Temperance in reverse to back this up in the Sagittarius energy gives me an issue, because there is some sort of clash. But what parent and child do not clash, right? It just depends on how much clashing was really going on, and if there was some sort of extreme or self-indulgence. Okay, but that is here, and we're going to get started right away. I thank you for being a part of the tribe. Without further delay, hi, Young. How are you today? We're going to get started. I hope everybody slept peacefully. I hope everybody's dreamt bountifully. Witchy Poo is back in the building. You know, things are happening all around us. But when it comes to this card coming out with the Two of Cups, there is some sort of separation. I don't know if he distrusted her or she just eventually started distrusting Mr. Liam. But this comes through as someone who eventually lost trust in the other person. Spirits, what sign, symbols, downloads, and messages do we have for Miss Karen Payne? Please come forth and show us the way. All right, the first card we have is the Lovers. This is Gemini energy. This is also the past tense. And there is also some sort of, she's just really a kindred spirit and a loving soul that comes through in the past tense. And then we've got the Eight of Wands. Now, this is fire energy. This is sudden progress. So something changed immediately in the past present to have this relationship be, I don't feel it was strained, but something changed. Something definitely changed. And thank y'all for the likes immediately. Gotta be my day ones. I don't think it's strangers. I thank you guys. I know that. The Hermit. This is Virgo energy, and this is also some sort of restriction that was put on here in the future. I don't know why this is like coming out as up and down, like sort of a light switch, right? But if someone's put on restriction and they're not very social, there's got to be some sort of history of this or specific reason. All right, let's get 3 more. We've got Queen of Pentacles, the Six of Wands in reverse, and then the 5. So the 5, 6 is here. So we're definitely on the right path. of what we're talking about when it comes to Miss Karen Payne. Before I move on, I want to say about this queen because she's right under the this union that she has in the spirit. When people get money, things change amongst them. Period. And because you still have a compassionate person here, I'm not understanding what's going on. She still seems supportive and she still seems like a nurturer, but it's like a new focus was only because it was given. All right, now let's move. Let's move. Why do we have this lovers? This is past tense for Karen Payne. She had a major choice. And I don't know if it was an ultimatum from Liam to tell her what needed to do, but the death card in reverse, the King of Pentacles, and the Ten of Cups comes through. She gave pure security when it came to domestic harmony, the family life, basic sibling rivals, but when it came to a plain area for this young man to grow up and to have love, this is here all around. And she's definitely the one that was giving it the most. She also has something that it just feels like emotional, very, very emotional. Now, this could have been Jeff, however you say it, the diplomat of this relationship. She also cared for him too, but it looks like she suffered something at the hands of money. What's balanced? What's balanced when it comes to this? I'm gonna bust out these Wild Mystic Tarot. I know I only save these for Friday night, but they're here. I gotta use them. Nope. All right, so she definitely was caught up in Mr. Jeff's, the father's demands. She definitely has love on the brain, but she had to adapt to something when it came to this king. And normally you have to, but how much of adapting did you do to lose self or to either be controlled by something that feels over emotional? And that's what changed in something in the past. Now, whether Liam told her to move away or to get some sort of change, there was an inability to move, period, or do what was asked or what he said. Now, I don't know why this change is here, but we're going to find out and keep that on ice about the adaptation here. Why do we have this Eight of Wands? So if she's was told to do something for change and didn't, there's judgment. There's also some sort of isolation. The truth is coming to you at this time, and it may be an overload. You got the Sun, the Page of Pentacles, and Judgment. Virgo energy. Rosie, don't start. Pluto's here as well, so there is there's like some sort of unfair thing that's happening that's still going on in the present. I believe this young lady is still alive, if I'm not mistaken. So whatever's going on is a lot of self-doubt and some unfair blame. And I don't know if she's blaming herself or this is the father, Jeff's game. But because we have something here that is all of a sudden, this lets me know that it definitely has something to do with this father. It has something to do with the positive that obviously wasn't coming through or was being misused. Because, see, there's somebody loyal here, but it has nothing to do with it has nothing to do with who we see today. So if we see the dad more than the mother in the news or out here in the public, he's not the loyal one, it's her, but he's coming out in her position or something like that. Tell me more about this Page of Pentacles, the loyalty in this. Capricorn, and something that had to be dealt with that she refused to do still in the present. Okay. Can you talk to me some more? Tell me what you wanted her to do and she didn't get it done. You may not be here, Liam, but temptation, okay. Some sort of temptation. SEX and senses. Liam may have asked his mother to walk away from this father. And the reason is over something he knew or something to do with a temptation or sense. And because she refused to deal with this still in the present, this is why we have some sort of rejection or restriction here in the future. Okay, keep talking to me. Talk to me. 7, ace. That's 8. The magician. Virgo energy again. Who the hell is a Virgo? Look, okay, I'm not going to sit here and try to be MacGyver, although Nancy Drew loves cracking the case, right? However, right now, what I'm really feeling is that this is a forever thing that's Miss Karen is trapped in when it comes to like not wanting to leave Mr. Jeff, this husband, doing something that would really give her a new enlightenment. It's never happened, and I don't think it ever will. And so this also comes out as some sort of willpower that was given or logic, and she refused to kind of open it up and expand or experience. Because I really just see that she's caught up in some sort of, it's not delusion, but it's some sort of creativity that's been kind of warped over her mind, warped over her life. Power has been taken over completely in some sort of control. And she's forgiven somebody too much. She's a very forgiving woman. She's also caught up in a, there's something naive she refused to see. So Liam knows, and still on the other side, knows a lot more than she was able to break through to be free. And the truth is not only being eliminated to you at this time, but this is clarity at this point. And I think the clarity that he wanted to have her like experience, even though she wasn't the best looking or the best in health or the best something, but he knew that if she could get some sort of breakthrough, a new victory would come in her life in general from all different directions, whether it was new love, more money he would give her, just the peace of mind, something to keep the anxiety out of the life. But because she felt forced, or she refused to walk away here for some reason. And I feel like it's from Jeff that was told, he told her to. Strength and belief. So definitely, thank you. She's not very strong when it comes to standing on demands or standing on business, let alone. So this young woman really comes in as something that was saw with someone's own 2 eyes, and I feel like this was Liam. And this is why the restriction was put on, because she refused to leave him. She refused to leave this husband. And he gave her plenty of opportunity to have strength in getting this done. But she was already adapted. There's the adaptation. Okay, tell me more about this Queen of Pentacles. Now, this is past, and this is compassion. And I don't know if she's just overly compassionate, there's the strength, or just a weak-minded person. But he gave her some sort of option to, excuse me, I feel like have some sort of new support system. There's a secret that is a little grotesque between what has happened to her in this marriage. Something she's not seeing or refuses to see. And this is why we have this risk of her not wanting to leave. This is too comfortable to leave this life. Liam, I feel, is really, he pushed her a long time to make some plans to walk away from Dad, to walk away from this man, but it never got done. And even after life, he doesn't like the weakness and some sort of self-doubt she doesn't have. It's a self-doubt she remains to have, because the confidence has never been there as her in her feelings, like, oh, I'm this, I'm that. She's just very sensitive, an inner child. So there's a lot of innocence surrounding this woman and kind of what she's going through now, because it just feels like she's afraid to walk away from this man or walk away from this husband. because the feelings of some sort of it's like the idea wouldn't make sense, but it definitely does here. I'm not saying that this man's a cheater, but it just doesn't come through as this is why she was put on some sort of restriction, because he wanted her to get away from him. Energy doesn't lie. So this is definitely what we're on the right path with, as far as her not wanting to change something that was purely pushed for her to give it a try, and it never came through. It never happened. Six of Wands. Was it over cheating? Is it over some sort of achievement or recognition? What's happening here? The Hierophant. Taurus. Definitely in the marriage. Definitely over marriage. Okay. This stuff that her and Liam talked about, it fell on deaf ears because she lacks confidence and she lacks self-worth. No disrespect. But she doesn't know how to reestablish herself because she's trapped in some sort of vengeful, demanding atmosphere with a man and still in the present. And because he doesn't really give her recognition like she should, this doesn't make sense on why she never had the strength to kind of leave conformity in this marriage. She knows a lot of what he's done bad to her. She knows a lot and believed Liam at this time when he expressed something to her in the belief regarding the marriage. But you see, truth is coming to you at this time. She hasn't learned some sort of life lesson with this past, with this husband. She also hasn't learned some sort of I feel like the honesty when it's given to her. So she may just be a little coward, and she may be afraid to suffer consequences because she feels that it may be a sticky or a bad outcome, but that's not the case. I think it's like the mentality of her being controlled in some way, and this is what's happening with this man. Jeff is still controlling her today, and it feels distant. Love. The fact that there is no more love in general, I think Liam saw this a long time ago, that this was going to be trouble as far as her emotion. The final card is the Five of Wands in reverse. This is some sort of inability, and this is tension in a person that likes to avoid stuff. If you like to avoid conflict, you're not going to want to cause trouble and walk away from your current situation no matter what. And I believe she's trapped in that mindset. And there's the King of Cups. She's stuck with some sort of emotionally balanced diplomat. We got the Ace of Cups, the Three of Swords, and the King of Cups. Thank you guys for being patient. Thank you guys for the likes. Thank you guys for understanding that this tarot stuff is just more than pressing the life. So I'm ready now, and I thank you. This woman is always put in some sort of isolation, whether it's from people or just herself in general. And if you're put in isolation, that means you're cold. You don't feel loved. You don't feel beautiful. You don't feel liked at all. And in the future, this sticks and stands out strong from a man who is surrounding her still in the future. He's demoted. He's devoted, but it's to be, this is what you do this, do that. He's not very wise. It's just he takes some sort of control and gives some sort of benefit. But when it comes to this young woman playing herself small, she's done it for a very long time. She's also really confused on why this all happened, with this dark energy coming to her life, like the cloud, whether that's Liam gone or her not listening to truth, which is being revealed at this time. But she suffers from a lot of indecisive indecisions that need to be healed, whether it's her physical body or her mind. She hasn't released any pain and would just like to keep reconciling over and over again. It's always reconciliation. Well, what do you need? What do you need? What do you need? There's the boar. When what she really needs to do is get away from some masculinity and aggression. And she's not the person that's doing this. Liam told her once before or twice, but she never wanted to listen, even when he is resting. I thank y'all again for being a part of the tribe. Earth energy is here, but I don't think it's just not of her mind. She's not, I think, equipped to like stand up for what's right, if you can understand what I'm saying. I never can find these things. Bear is a representation of power, of course. She has untapped power and a simmering temper, burgeoning potential. She could use chamomile, and that's more than just, I feel like the tea. She needs to like have it around, start planting and growing it. She needs to sleep more. She may be resting in the reserves of energy, but the strength is there and self-care is needed. And she could really turn things around during the Yule ritual this season. She needs to look inward because there's some physical rest that she deserves. And it seems that it'll never be tranquil until she gets some sort of celebration in that world.